Because you're gonna look like Sonic trying to chase after all the coins, trying to get the next big thing, always trying to collect another ring, trying to collect another ring, trying to collect another ring. Then life is gonna hit you, it's gonna bop you, and then you drop all the rings, then what? You still gotta go chase again. You gotta go get another ring, just to recollect everything that you already lost. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna be talking about refusing pleasure, no matter what that looks like. Anything that brings you pleasure, refuse chasing it, because it naturally will attract to you when you're not chasing it. It's kind of like whenever you try to chase the girl, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna get the girl. And naturally, whenever you don't give her attention, she's like, why is he not giving me attention? She's gonna end up coming back. Trying to chase all the money in the world. Whenever you're not actually chasing the money, you're just finding better ways to smartly make the money. Eventually the money's gonna start coming in. Even trying to build your body, eventually it's gonna take consistent work for you to keep building it up, for you to actually get where you wanna get to, instead of you just being like, I'm just gonna get in the gym a couple times and hope that that gives me the dream body that I want. Many people are stuck on trying to chase pleasure instead of them allowing the pleasure to come to them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, especially if you're a guy and you're trying to, work on the best you possible, you need to be focused on other things in general. You need to be focused on what it really takes for you to become the best man. And I feel like as a man in general, you should be more focused on building up the person that you want to become, instead of you always chasing the pleasure anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you start working on these other things, eventually the pleasure is going to come to you. And that's what you got to realize. I believe that the more you start working on yourself, the more consistently you're putting that time and effort into yourself, eventually the rewards will start reaping itself, and everything that you want will start coming back to you naturally, because you're not over there chasing it. You're not over there trying to put so much time into it. You're not over there trying to, beg for things to happen. Instead, they're just naturally happening. It's kind of like when you want a certain job, and instead of you going out there and literally pleading to the manager, can I please have a job? You just show him why you deserve the job. You end up showing him the qualification that you already have, how hardworking you are, how consistent you are, how much you show on time, how many things that you can actually accomplish and that you can do, your skill set, right? Eventually you start proving yourself because you've already taken the time for you to build yourself up. Instead of you saying, gosh, please, I really need a job, I really need the money, I really need the raise, you literally just start proving your value for why you already deserve these things. And eventually they're like, hey, Elijah, we noticed that you're actually a really hard worker. We're gonna give you a bonus. We're gonna give you a raise. Hey, Elijah, we realized that, on your resume, it looks like you actually can do the things that we're looking for. It's because you've already built that up over the past couple of years for you to be ready for that position. So when you're sitting there and you're thinking, what does this really look like in my life for me to not be chasing things and chasing pleasure and chasing these girls and chasing the things that are potentially going to waste my time, focus on what's going to bring you the most value right now. What's going to bring you the most value right now? You know what I'm saying? That's the question you got to ask yourself, especially as you're trying to grow to the young man or even the older man that you want to become for your family, or even if it's just for, your future self in general. You got to be careful of that. And here's the thing, man. For myself, I enjoy making content. I enjoy doing this. If I was chasing it for a certain sub amount, if I was chasing it for a certain reach of people, then when I don't hit that reach, I don't feel like I've accomplished my goal. Man, I was really hoping that when I posted this video, it was going to get 1,000 views on it, or it was going to get 50 likes on it, but it didn't. So now it feels like that was a waste. That's not the case. Work on consistently uploading or consistently working on your craft, because then people will start to notice, people will start to follow. You might have said one thing and they're like, you know what? I like what he said, so let me sub to the channel. I like what he did, so let me follow him as a person, because he seems like he's a blank, right? He seems like a person that I'm willing to follow and to support. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful though, because when you're trying to focus on pleasure and trying to make sure that you're doing stuff for other people, you want to make sure that you still include yourself into that. A lot of people are so focused on pleasing other people and making sure that they feel validated, or they feel like they're enough, or they feel like they're important, but it takes away the importance that you have as a person yourself. And sometimes what you need to realize is that you're putting yourself in a position where you're giving more power to them than you are to you. So if you're trying to chase purpose, and you're trying to chase outcomes, and you're trying to chase, the goals in your life, then eventually those things are going to actually add up in your life. Eventually those things will start naturally coming back to you. The purpose will literally, if you just stay on your purpose, man, I promise you start seeing the results. You don't have to go chase for them, because they're naturally going to be coming to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're staying consistent, if you're staying on the grind, eventually those things will come to you. But I feel like most people don't want to stay consistent. Most people realize that being successful is hard. Most people realize getting a nice body is hard. Realize getting a lot of money is hard. Not everybody can do it, but that's why when you do it, It makes you look select. It makes you look like you are able to be disciplined enough to push through the hard times. People love to see that, especially when they're working with you, especially when they're working right beside you. And they're like, yeah, I'm working with a soldier, someone that knows how to fight in the war and knows how to win. People want those type of people in their life, unless you're the type of person that doesn't like to win. You're the type of person that doesn't like to be disciplined. You're the type of person that gives up when it's hard. You're the type of person that quits. If that's you, then eventually you don't want a soldier because you're not a soldier yourself. And I guarantee you the person next to you won't want to work with you if you're not on the same level that they are, unless they're mentoring you, unless they're building you up. But if you're someone that's like, I just want to be alongside you and we work together, if you're not about your grind, they won't want to work with you. So keep building yourself up, because the grind that you're working towards and the purpose that you're, understanding and the goals that you have are naturally going to start giving you the results that you've always wanted. And you won't have to go out there and chase all the money. You won't have to go out there and chase all the nice things. You won't have to go out there and chase all the girls, because eventually you'll have money for a yacht. Eventually you have money for that nice car that you want. Eventually you'll have the right body. You just stay consistent. Eventually, the girl that you really wanted will end up coming to you, if not a better girl that's willing to be more feminine and be more devoted to who you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do any of these things without having an understanding and a relationship with God. Don't go out there chasing materialistic things if you're not right with God, because the more that you're right with God, you're like, you know what? Maybe my focus was not where it needed to be. Maybe my focus was shifted because I was so focused on how social people would see me instead of how I want God to see me and how I need to view myself. You're so caught up with having the nice things and these nice people that you take away the relationship with God, you won't have any of it. And that's why a lot of people, when they start getting the fame that they want, they start getting the money that they want, they start getting the girls that they want, the nice materialistic things, they still have that void in their heart that they're trying to fill with, let me just buy another car. They're trying to fill it with, let me get this other girl. They're trying to fill it with all these other things. It's because they didn't have a good relationship with God to become the man that they needed to be. It's very simple. But a lot of people don't talk about that, you know what I'm saying? Or a lot of people don't understand that, let me say. So people end up chasing after progress, chasing after success, chasing after trying to become the best them, the best valuable them, instead of them chasing after a relationship with God. That's where people fall short. So be careful what you're chasing, because you're gonna look like Sonic trying to chase after all the coins, trying to get the next big thing, always trying to collect another ring, trying to collect another ring, trying to collect another ring. Then life is gonna hit you, it's gonna bop you, and then you drop all the rings, then what? You still gotta go chase again. You gotta go get another ring, just to recollect everything that you already lost. And I don't want that to be y'all. So be careful when you're chasing, because if you're not chasing after God, building up your purpose and building up the consistency in your life, eventually you'll be chasing after things and working harder to get the things that you really want in life. So that being said, y'all, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment what you guys are gonna do to actually work on yourself, and what do you feel like you're chasing the most? I know a lot of people are chasing a lot of things that they don't even realize. And if you're not chasing the right things, it's not gonna put you where you wanna be at. So, like I said, y'all, that being said, that's all I got for you on this video. I will catch y'all on the next video. I'm gone.